welcome one and all. I love science, I may not be a witch, but here
Welcome
I am.
one and all. I love science, I may not be a witch, but
And
here I am
am
the Science Witch, and I am here with some late headcanon videos. And I'm going to be, I know it's only Thursday, and I said in my last video I'd be most likely updating on Fridays, but as I just said, it's Thursday, not Friday, but there is going to be a video up tomorrow. I'm just behind on headcanon videos. So I'm doing one of the headcanon videos today, and I'm going to do another one tomorrow, and this is going to be on two of the ships that I didn't do headcanon videos for out of the three that three ship analyses, the different videos about the ships I've already made. So I already made a headcanon video on hardened shipping, so I figured let's make this into a routine, and I'm going to go back to the beginning of my channel and do a headcanon video on Septiplier. So I remember I put something out on Twitter and on Tumblr saying for like people to send me Papyaton and Septiplier headcanons, which I did get a couple Papyaton ones from my friends, but I didn't get any Septiplier ones. So I ended up going through the shipping meme tag on Tumblr, and I found a bunch of different ones that I think would really be cute for Septiplier. So, or would be like, would really go with their relationship pretty well, and I have some really cute headcanons that I came up with before this video. Let's get started. Number 1. Who worries about how they're going to look when they're older? Mark. Hands down, that is Mark. Jack probably would too at some points. Like, if they start, like, when they're a lot older and, like, they start getting, like, more gray hairs and whatever, and he's like, dude, we're getting old, and it's like, but I feel like Mark would start worrying about it at an early point in their relationship. Like, he'd kind of just be, like, in the, like, first gray hair Mark sees among the pink, and he freaks out. He's like, Jack! It's gray! To which Jack would kind of just dismiss, because I think his hair has a gray tinge to it already, as I believe he's mentioned in a couple different things. But Mark would definitely start to worry about it before Jack would. I mean, it probably would be a lot more in the beginning of the relationship than further in. Like, you definitely hear about it a little bit, but in the relationship, it would be towards the beginning. Because, you know, Mark wants to make sure it still looks good for Jack when they're freaking 75 years old. Again, I said it like this is the third time I'm saying it, but it's definitely Mark. Yep. Number 2. Who clings to the other during scary movies? Now, this one's a tricky one because both the boys have played horror games in their life or on their channels, and so they both have experience with jump scares, horror, and blah blah blah. But yet, I still have that feeling it would be Mark. And I know Mark is the king of Five Nights at Freddy's, and he's been playing horror games since the beginning of his channel, but I still get that feeling that it would be him. It would it would be Mark. It's like, it's really tough to pick which one, but I definitely feel Mark on this one. Like, Jack, for example, Jack, usually, like, if, like, there's a jump scare, like, he'll yell, or be like, holy fuck, or something, and, like, just kind of back up, but he's usually over it very quickly. Mark has, like, screamed his face off and, like, flown back in his chair, and, just, like, squealed. Their instinctive reactions to horror is my reasoning for, who would cling to the other during scary movies. Number 3. Now this one's a little bit more suggestive, but I mean it depends on how you interpret it. But who gets in the shower randomly with the other? So basically what it's saying is like who takes shower and then who comes into the shower and it's like, hey babe, randomly. I think this would be interchangeable or undetermined. I feel like it would just randomly happen depending on the mood of the second person. Like, my initial reaction when I heard this was, or when I read this, is that it would be Mark. Because, I don't know, Mark is kind of just Mr. Smooth, Mr. Suave, sexy man, or whatever. Mark has that reputation of being sexy or sensual or something. So I can definitely, I see Mark going into the shower behind Jack and he's like, hey Jack, just flipping his shit. But yet I can also see it the other way around, sort of like in a locker room fashion. But he would just kind of come in like nonchalantly and everything and just jump in and he's like, hey, and Mark's like, whatever. So it's definitely undetermined or interchangeable. I was on 4, right? Number 4. Who asks weird questions in the middle of the night? I feel like I've chosen him for like the past all of them, but again, I'm going with Mark. If you look back at Markiplier and Friends, the panel that Mark had with Bob, Wade, and Jack, he kind of goes off on like a little like tangent thing, and he's like, oh, hypothetical questions, theories, all that, and everyone else is kind of just like, Mark, shut the fuck up. And Jack kind of like he like sits down and he's like, it's not that they didn't care, it's just they were playing it off like Mark does this all the time, like, oh my god. So I feel like it would be like the middle of the night. I mean, they could either be cuddling or not, depends, but, and Jack just saying, hey Jack, what do you think we're really alone out in the universe? And Jack just like, Mark, shut the fuck up. And it would just be, like, I can see that happening on like a almost nightly occasion. And then the one time where it's been like 4 days without one of these from Mark, it just happens and Jack just like freaking hits him in the face with a pillow and it's like, go the fuck to sleep. Anyway, this one, number 5, this one is a little bit less specific. First kiss. Now, this I'm gonna have to say Jack. Jack seems a little bit more ballsy or daring, I guess, or willing to push the limits. So it depends on how you want to see this. And yes, I know Jack has a girlfriend and everything, so like all the Septiplier stuff, these are purely headcanons. Just putting that out there because it'll happen if this video gets watched by a lot of people in the future. It'll pop up like, oh, they're actual people and blah blah blah. And yes, I know Jack's dating Wee Shu, and
I'm not gonna start an argument, so I'm just gonna stop it there.
The first kiss would definitely be started by Jack. I feel like that it could be like just being how they interact like in front of a lot of people, like how they did at PAX Prime, especially when it was Jack, Mark, Felix, and Ken. And Felix looks at them, because like they had just like nuzzled heads or something. Felix just looks at them, or I think it was that part, but Felix looks at them and goes, why don't you two just fuck already? And everyone laughs, but you hear them go, there's cameras, keep it PG-13, blah blah blah. And it's like, just, even though I know that was sarcasm and they were just kidding around, because that's what Septiplier is, Jack is the captain of this ship. He has stated it on Tumblr. I know he has. Someone has asked him, are you on the Septiplier ship? And he's like, bitch, I'm the captain of that ship, which is true. So I feel like he would definitely start, not just for fan service, but I mean, if he really did like Mark in an alternate universe where they're not straight, but it would be Jack. Like, I can imagine, like, someone telling them to kiss, and they're just like kind of how Felix said, why don't you two just fuck already? But someone's just like, can you two just like kiss already? It's getting ridiculous, and we need it. And then it kind of and then Jack's like, okay, grabs Mark's face and kisses him, and then Mark's just like, What? And just is speechless for the next, like, 5 minutes. And Jack would be so proud of himself. And I don't think the internet would shut up about that for a long time. Well, there'd probably be, like, huge hype for, like, a week. And then, like, it would die down a little bit. And then, like, months in the future, it'll just pop up again. Anyway, Jack starts the first kiss at either a collab video, like where they're actually like together, like in the same room, at like a panel or something. And I could be completely wrong on this. I could be completely wrong that like it would happen privately, which it most likely would, but these are just kind of like these are headcanons, not what would or wouldn't happen. These are headcanons, and that's my headcanon for how their first kiss would happen. But it would definitely be started by Jack. Number 6. Kids! Would Jack and Mark adopt kids? I'd say yes. I think they would adopt kids. As for genders and everything, I'm gonna go with, like, well, my headcanon is probably like a lot of people's headcanons for if they ever adopted kids. A boy and a sibling, either boy or girl, named Tim and Sam. I mean, that's kind of what everyone thinks that is going to happen. There's going to be a Tim and a Sam if they were ever to adopt kids. And you're not wrong. It would definitely be a very likely possibility for them to adopt kids like that and name them Sam and Tim, and I basically am all for that. That is my number one headcanon for if they were ever parents. They would totally adopt kids and name them Sam and Tim. But as for age, I think Tim would be older. Don't know why, I just kind of see it as little Sammy looking up to their big brother Tim. Or it could be Tim looking up to his older sibling Sam. Again, doesn't really, it's up to you guys. So actually, leave a comment below saying whether you think Tim or Sam would be older. I mean, if you have a different opinion or you agree with me, just let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Number 7. Who plays most pranks / puns? Equal. Oh my god, there is no way you can determine who would make the most puns / pranks. It would be constant prank war and puns incorporated into all sentences or all conversations. There is going to be a pun or a prank every single day, multiple a day, and it's unstoppable. You're not going to be able to stop these boys from making their puns. Because, I mean, they make puns in their videos all the time, and then just them pranking each other. I mean, I'd be an idiot to say that they wouldn't, or to say one over the other. Oh my god, that would be hell. Pun and pranking hell. Their house would be like booby trapped. Oh my god, and their text would just be puns. I mean, that's probably what it is now with them just texting each other or IMing each other or something. Or them like having petty little arguments over stuff. But there is no way for me to have a headcanon for who would have the most pranks and or puns. And number 8, my final question, or my final headcanon, who slams the oven door and who plays the trumpet? This is one of my favorite viral videos. I guess you can call it a viral video. It could be a meme, but it's most likely it's probably a meme. But this, it's a tough one, but I think Jack would do the trumpet, Mark would do the oven. Because I can kind of just imagine Mark headbanging in the background, slamming an oven door, and then Jack hardcore playing a freaking trumpet. Or is it a trombone? I think it's a trombone, actually. Playing the brass instrument. But that is definitely how it would work. Or maybe not definitely, but it's how I think it would work. Like I said about Sam and Tim, if you guys think they would switch roles, Mark would play the trumpet or trombone, and Jack would slam the oven, let me know below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So this has been my Septiplier headcanon video. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to try and do a headcanon video for every ship analysis I do. So according to my schedule, I'll probably have like a ship video, a video in between, headcanon video. And that's how it's gonna work from Friday, from this time tomorrow on. So, tomorrow, be expecting a Papaya-ton headcanon video, because then after that I will be caught up with my headcanon videos, and then I'll go on to another ship analysis, which I'm still not sure what ship I want to do. My friend Jade sent me Dirk Jake a while back, a few weeks ago, and but yet I also want to do Bill Dip, like I touched on briefly in my ship hate video, ship/fandom hate video. So I don't really know yet. It depends on what I feel like doing and what I eventually end up deciding. So expect that sometime next week. But as for this week, you got this one, and you've got Papaya-ton headcanon video coming tomorrow, around this time as well. So, thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, take a stab at that like button. And I hope to see each and every one of you sometime in the future. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye! Hi, baby. Yes, I do screech very loudly.